Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we would like to work on this kind of decoration using color pencil and stamps. This is in book paper pages and we're going to use color pencils and stamps, of course. I like these ones and I like the ones that have a lot of white in the middle, so I can use the color. As you can see, I use these flowers already in this envelope that I already have done. And I'm gonna decorate only one of these envelopes, because as you can see I made some more that I'm gonna decorate in another moment. Of course they all are made of book paper, so I'm gonna put those on a mat because we need a very flat surface. So what we're gonna do is using stamps, and one thing that I want to do that is different from the previous envelope that I show you is that I would like to ink like the corners, but again, as you can see, I really just already decided I'm gonna use these stamps. What you have to do is stamping them in any paper, and then cutting that in the border, and then using washi tape you just put them in the back of the paper so you can paste that in the paper and they don't move. So then you can accommodate that in the envelope however you desire. But again, I do want to ink the corner before I do it, just because I really like how this kind of vintagey style frames the flowers even more so. I think that they look really cute. I prefer that rather than the white that I did. And so I did all the envelopes already, as you can see, but again, we're gonna do only one. Be careful when you cut them after you stamp, to cut that right in the corner, because we're gonna stamp over, and you're gonna see how you do that. So I paste that, and again, I do use washi tape. Let me show you how I do it. So just peel the washi tape, if it was easy, then I cut it, and then I fold that in the sticky part, and I fold the other part, so you keep that and it looks like this in the middle, and then you just paste that, and so you have a sticky in the two sides. And then you can arrange. I will recommend you to arrange the stamping however you want. I did cut some leaves as well, and as you can see, I can accommodate that to make sure that the design kind of fits in my paper. And I have this other leaf that I'm gonna put that also here, just so I have an idea of how this is gonna be looking like. And I like it. I'm gonna fold this part just because I want to know exactly how it's gonna be looking like. And so I really like this design. Now the way I do this is that the stamp that I see completely, in this case the biggest flower, is the first one that you're gonna see. So this one is the image that I see fully, and so that is gonna be the first one that you're gonna want to stamp. And then you put that stamp, and then you just ink that directly in the envelope. I like having an idea of how or where the flower was. I have my hands full of ink because I have been inking all night late yesterday. I'm sorry about that. So then I go over that, I take it off, and then I stamp directly in the envelope. And now I have the image there, and then I put that paper in the top of that, and I put the partial stamps behind it, so I know exactly where I want them and what is the shape and the form. And especially when, like in these flowers, I have different ways that you can be accommodating that. To me, it's very important to know that it's gonna fit correctly in the paper, so I kind of look around, and then I take it out, and with the biggest full stamp paper on it, I stamp over. And so you can see that the white part prevents the other part to stamp over, and you have a partial image that is correctly well done. And then again, I cover that because the leaf is gonna, when I stamp the leaf over the other flowers, is also gonna be covering part of the leaves. So it's very important that I do that. So the next step is gonna be stamping this, and so again, once again, I stamp that, I take it out, and then I stamp over. I make sure that it covers, it's between my paper, and I cover in the top of the other two big images. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with my leaf. I'm probably gonna put another stamp below too because it's a little bit empty. And then with my stamp probably in the bottom part, I'm also gonna do that, but I'm gonna stamp that in the top of the flower, like this stamp paper prevents you to stamp over your image, and so you're gonna have a partial stamp. And then you're gonna do the same thing. I really like how this is gonna be looking in the bottom part. So this is what I'm gonna do, and kind of want the lower leaf to accommodate in the paper, so that's what I'm gonna do. But again, the flower is preventing me to stamp over. So you can see when I take it off, it's a perfect stamp. It's like the image was completed. See, there is no overlay on them, and it's perfect. Now I'm gonna use my color pencil. Something that I do like doing is taking a white sheet of paper, and I can see the tones of the green, just because in the past I did use the color pencil incorrect, and I really didn't like kind of the combination between my green and my red. And so I do that with all the colors that I use. I do have another sheet there, and I'm going to the browns, and then of course I know how the yellow is looking like, so I don't need to test that. And this one, and then this one is a dark purple, so I accommodate them in order. And then I'm gonna use this green because that's the green that I like, and then I'm gonna use that for all the leaves. And all what I have to do is just pressuring hard enough. I like really hard. Some people do very softly. I don't. I like when it's really hard pressured into my flower. You can do this also. um, I mean, stamping to me is really easy, and it's kind of it allows you to have some control, which I really love. And here, as you can see, I don't really remember where the lines for the green were, so using the stamp I just realize exactly where it is, and then I just cover those areas. And then I'm gonna use the red, and I'm gonna use the this red because that's the orangey red that I like, and I already used that in my other envelope, so I know how it's gonna be looking like. I really like this color. It's very fun, and it's very enjoyable. It's very spring-like too. I really like having very vibrant colors in the spring. I don't know, spring and sunny days really make me happy, and sunny days are like the best in my life. Now that I'm getting older, the older I get, the more I like the vibrant colors and decorations and stuff like that. So I really enjoy making crafts with very vibrant colors. Anyway, so I'm coloring here the flower, and I really enjoy doing this. I think it's very fun to do. And then the other flower, just to keep a little bit of a contrast, I might try to use another color. This purple, I don't like how it combines, but maybe I'm gonna try the other one, the kind of orange too. But let me see. Kind of matches, almost the same though. Well, I don't like it because it's almost the same, so I'm gonna try this pink one instead. And I just go over the other flower, and I know how it's gonna be looking like again because I tried this pink before, and I know how it looks like. And I really like how this is showing. Now I'm gonna go with the yellow in the middle, of course, and I might try to get an orange yellow later from my from my son's box. He actually I got this from my son's supplies of art, so it's very fun. And now you can see how these are similar. Using this white pen that really doesn't work. I don't know. I probably should quit trying to use this. I did that with the other envelope, as you can see, but with this one it's really hard, and it's not allowing me to use that correctly, so I'm just gonna quit. But you know, you can have big lines of white and it will be looking kind of nice. I kind of feel like I need a sentiment there and a closure, of course. Let me put some sticker there. I really like this small little rose, and I can try to use it, but before I close, of course, I do need to fill it up, and I don't think that this lady fits in there, so I need to find something smaller. Let me go through my ephemera here. I'm looking into my small pieces of ephemera. These ones are a little bit too big, but this one definitely fits. Let me see if I have any order. So these two order fit as well. So this girl looks really good, and I really think that these images kind of match the vintage idea. So I'm gonna let me cut some of these as well, but okay, so that is looking better. And these ones are vellum paper kind of postcards, which I really like, and I think that I didn't use that enough, so that's a good reminder for me to use them. And then let me see if I can find anything else that it's small enough to fit in here. I have so many that are the medium size or really large, so I'm not finding much around here, but this one also fits, I think. Well, I think that this probably is enough for this little envelope. I might try to use another one later in other bigger envelopes. I can put more ephemera there. And so I'm gonna put them inside of this envelope, and then the closure is gonna be perfect. I really like this one too, but I think that the small rose kind of matches more the vibe of this envelope. And it's so cute now. I really like how this is looking like, but again, I feel like I need a sentiment in there, just because I think it's gonna be super fun to have something like for you or whatever, and I need to find something to put in there. So these are small pieces of cardboard, and I think this grain is gonna work out. I'm gonna put the others aside, and this is my box of small pieces of cardboard that I made as well. So it's very fun. Most of my stuff here are a lot of handmade products, and I have my little box here with these, and I have this hello friend stamp in sticker paper, and I stamped a lot of these phrases with hello friend or happy meal and stuff like that, because I know that I'm gonna use that a lot. So I'm just gonna trim it, and it's stamped in sticker paper, so it's gonna be perfect for our purposes. And so all what I have to do is just try to have it straight and then paste that in the green paper. So really like this green, I think is gonna match. And at the beginning I was actually thinking that probably black was gonna be better, but I kind of like having this dark green that is not quite black. And so again, since this is a sticker paper, what I have to do is just paint that straight in the green and then cut. I like having this green in the back of the paper. It looks really pretty, and the rest of course goes back to my box. And then I trim it, and I kind of looks kind of awkward. Probably I'm not the best person to cut the stuff anyway. So I'm gonna just put this one here and cut it out and paste that with my glue, and that should be the end of the process. But I'm gonna use my tweezers, just because when I'm using liquid glue, it's of course better that I use tweezers, so my hands are not a mess as they usually are. And I do like how this looks like. It's very fun and it looks very artistic. It looks exactly as I wanted this to be looking like. I do enjoy that, and I like the backing part and the sticker closure. Most importantly, I like the color. I think that this other one is super cute too, but for some reason, because the paper and the like kind of the it's distressed, it looks a lot better in my opinion. I think that I'm gonna try to do that next time. But this is all. I hope that you enjoyed this process. I really did enjoy myself, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.